The first update we have today is about two stars who were targeted by burglars during a major event, leading to a dramatic confrontation in one home where the husband was forced to take some pretty extraordinary defensive action. So this is all about the absolutely terrifying home invasions that happened to Kathy Hilton and Sutton Strake. And get this, it happened while they were both away at BravoCon. At Kathy Hilton's house, 3 burglars broke in, smashing glass and getting into the primary bedroom. They thought no one was home. Well, they were wrong. Kathy's husband, Rick, was inside. So Rick grabs a shotgun and confronts them, telling them to get out because the police were on their way. As the burglars ran out, Rick fired the shotgun into the air from his office. Kathy says their security is so tight now that if anyone touches anything, quote, the whole house went off. And at pretty much the same time, Sutton Strake's home was targeted. Someone got in through a kitchen window and stole luxury handbags and fine jewelry. Afterwards, Sutton hired a 24-hour armed security team and upgraded all her surveillance systems. She even posted a prayer online for protection. These incidents really show the serious security risks these reality stars face, even when they're away promoting their shows. Before we get into the next update, please make sure you've liked this video and subscribed to this channel. Okay, then let's move on to next update now.
Next, we are going to talk about the real reason behind a major reality TV breakup. A fan-favorite Bravo relationship ended shortly after the 2024 election, and now a co-star is dropping massive hints on social media that suggest the split wasn't about regular drama, but deep political differences. So the conversation centers on Summer House star Ciara Miller, who just weighed in on the November split between Craig Conover and Paige DeSorbo. Ciara recently went on TikTok, and she started responding to fan questions about their political views. First, a fan wrote, "Blink twice if Craig is MAGA." Ciara replied directly with, "Blink, blink." Then another fan asked her to blink once if Paige isn't MAGA, and Ciara just replied, "Blink." So yeah, this pretty much points to a huge political divide between the two. Ciara also used the moment to call out Craig. She claimed he tried to get Vanita Aspen fired from Southern Charm just because Vanita supported Paige after the split. Fans, of course, reacted strongly to all this. Some are connecting the breakup timeline to the presidential election. One theory is that Craig, quote, went on a rant during Thanksgiving at her parents' house, which could have been the final straw. The comments also brought up Craig's past horrid behavior at Kyle Cook and Amanda Batula's wedding. So this was today's update about Ciara Miller's hints regarding Craig and Paige's split. Let's now move on to the next update.
Next, we are going to talk about some pretty shocking breaking news. Reality star Kandi Burruss has filed for divorce from her husband, Todd Tucker, after 11 years of marriage. And the reason is, well, a source is claiming the split happened because Kandi found out Todd was allegedly talking to other women behind her back. Apparently, it was something she had no idea was going on. I mean, these two met when he was working as a producer, and they even had a whole series covering their wedding back in 2014. So soon after the news broke, Kandi went on Instagram to talk about how she's feeling. She posted a video, with photos of her smiling, but she explained that while she always shows up strong for her family and her business, inside, she's emotionally broken. She mentioned that she tends to just internalize stress and deal with it alone. She even called herself the poster child for checking on your strong friend. She also brought up some old lyrics she wrote about feeling censored and wanting to explode and just let all my frustrations go. Of course, her former co-stars, people like Angela Oakley and Drew Sidora, immediately jumped in with messages of love and support. So this was today's update about Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker's divorce filing. Let's now move on to next update. Next, we are going to talk about the family feud that has dominated the Real Housewives of New Jersey for, well, years. After all this tension, the Gorga and Judas families have finally made peace, and we actually have proof of their first big public reunion. So yeah, after deciding to end their years-long feud last month, Teresa Judas and her husband, Luis Ruelas, reunited for dinner with her brother Joe Gorga and his wife, Melissa Gorga. The whole thing went down this week at Nicholas Ristorante, and of course, it was all over social media. Both Teresa and Melissa posted clips from the dinner, and you can see them raising a glass, with Teresa even exclaiming, "She's back! Cheers!" Just before the dinner, Melissa confirmed they've made a lot of progress and that everything is good. And get this, the family truce extends to the holidays. She revealed they'll be spending Christmas Eve together at her house this year. That's huge. Joe chimed in too, saying things are back to normal, but, they're taking baby steps. His lesson from the whole thing? Forgive, 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 and be happy in life. Now, Teresa also had to shut down rumors that this was all just a strategy to secure her spot on RHONJ.
She flat out denied it, explaining her real intention was just to be a good example for her children on how to move past disputes. And besides, the show is on pause right now before its 15th season. So this was today's update about the Gorga-Giudice family truce. Let's now move on to the next update.
Next, we are going to talk about that huge lawsuit against Erika Jayne's attorney, James Jim Wilkes. You know, the one where he was accused of stealing millions in COVID relief money to bankroll her lifestyle? Well, a judge just threw the entire federal case out, but not for the reason you might think. So the lawsuit came from a designer, Christopher Psylla, and his business partner, Marco Morant. They claimed Wilkes got almost $4.4 million in PPP loans by lying about his staffing, saying he had 40 more employees than he really did. And they alleged that this money, which was meant to help laid-off workers, was instead funneled right to Erika Jayne to pay for her legal defense and everything else. But a Florida judge just dismissed the whole thing. And it was on a technicality, a really basic one. The plaintiffs failed to state their own citizenship in the filing, which is apparently a requirement for a case to be heard in federal court. The judge also called them out for what's called shotgun pleading. Basically, he said the case was filled with vague claims and relied on tabloid headlines instead of specific facts against Wilkes. Now, this doesn't mean it's over for good. The designers have 21 days to fix these errors and file an amended complaint. So if they get their paperwork straight, these multi-million-dollar claims could be right back in court. So this was today's update about the lawsuit against Erika Jayne's lawyer. Let's now move on to next update. Next, we are going to talk about the recent and powerful revelations from Monique Samuels that shed light on why her marriage to Chris Samuels ended, including devastating allegations of abuse and what her ex-husband allegedly told their young children. So, Monique Samuels was on the Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast, ahead of our new book, Love Letters from Versions of Myself. And she explained that things with her ex-husband, Chris Samuels, have actually gotten worse since they separated. She accuses Chris of saying some really inappropriate things to their 3 kids, who were just 11, 9, and 6. She claims he told them she was having an affair and cheating, basically twisting the whole narrative of why the marriage ended. He even allegedly described a public video to the kids. And she's now speaking publicly about the alleged abuse that's mentioned in her book. She talked about one time where she claims witnesses saw Chris basically pick her up by her throat. Monique explained that she used to just rationalize the abuse, thinking she had egged it on or instigated it. She really thought it was normal. But she decided she can't do this anymore when she realized her children were watching her run herself into the dirt, which was the opposite of the self-love she preached. She felt like she had to speak out because so many women were DMing her, sharing these similar experiences, feeling so alone. And she noted the pressure Black women feel to protect Black men, but insisted Black men gotta step up too. After the split, Monique says Chris is still keeping tabs on her. She claimed he has a whole folder of her screenshots and pictures, and has even told her, "I got eyes on you." While she's not dating right now, she says she wishes Chris well, but also just really wishes he would leave her alone. So this was today's update about Monique Samuels' powerful interview regarding her split from Chris Samuels. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we're going to talk about a major relationship twist from Southern Charm. Olivia Flowers recently called off her wedding to Alex Williams, but now she's broken her silence, and what she revealed completely changes the whole story. Okay, so it's been nearly 2 months since Olivia announced she wasn't going to marry her fiancé, Alex Williams. Well, she just posted a series of photos on Instagram, which included pictures of Alex, kind of suggesting the relationship isn't over. She shared a few takeaways from November, which was the month the wedding was supposed to take place. And the most crucial one, you can call off a wedding without calling off a relationship. So yeah, that basically confirms the couple is still together. Olivia also talked about the practical challenges, and she joked that, returning registry gifts builds character. She even revealed what she did on the actual day she was supposed to get married. She posted a picture of herself with Alex walking together while she was wearing an animal costume. She sent a text to her mom about the outfit saying, "Not exactly the look I was going for on my wedding day, but we out here." This recent update really does align with the original statement from back in October, which said the decision was difficult, but that they remain committed to each other. So this was today's update about Olivia Flowers and Alex Williams. Let's now move on to the next update.
Next, we are going to talk about Southern Charm star Madison LeCroy. She just set the record straight on that massive celebrity scandal involving A-Rod and J-Lo. And you won't believe who is actually writing those famous messages. Plus, find out why she called a certain major Real Housewives star scary. So Madison was on Watch What Happens Live, and she finally clarified all that drama with baseball star Aaron Rodriguez. She confirmed she never ever actually met A-Rod. And get this, she revealed it was her ex-boyfriend Austin Kroll who would write the messages back to A-Rod. Apparently, neither of them believed it was really him. She even joked that they didn't meet because A-Rod tried to fly her coach. Moving on to her life now, Madison said her husband, Brett Randall, is good friends with Austin, and the friendship isn't awkward at all, despite what you see on TV. She's now encouraging the newly single Austin to go for it with Kiki Barth, a model he met at BravoCon. She's basically telling him to shoot your shot. Though Madison did admit that Austin still has some strong chemistry with Lindsay Hubbard. And about Austin's recent split, Madison said she warned his ex Audrey Pratt about Sally Carson's interest simply because she was being a girl's girl and thought Audrey had no clue. Madison also shared some sharp opinions on her Bravo colleagues. She threw some major shade at Shep Rose, saying she hopes he finds game by age 55, and called his habit of gifting shark teeth to girlfriends alarming. Separately, she called Erika Jayne from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills scary in a good way, explaining that Erika scares the SHT out of me just because she's so beautiful and tall.